Warning, the following program contains scenes of graphic stupidity between a man and some games. Don't take anything I don't say too serious, I'm just messing around. This video should not be viewed by anyone.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Scum News, the show where we take a look at sneak peeks, upcoming features, items and other thingamajigs that are going to be added into the game. And we are going to start today's news with the upcoming planes. We have a little bit of a clip of somebody flying a plane and getting shot at. It is at nighttime, so it's a little bit dark, but I will let it play and we will talk about it afterwards. First of all, this looks very exciting. Second of all, if we take a look on the top right of the screen, we can see that it says account balance, no bank account. I'm assuming this refers to the banks that are going to be in the outposts. And that is where we are going to be able to store some goods for a price. And third of all, if we look at the health of the plane when it comes crashing down, it's not all the way down. So did the bullets actually damage a part of the plane, like the engine or the rotor, and that's what made it crash? Are the planes going to be a bit more complex? I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Speaking of complex, the modular cars are going to be more detailed than I first thought. First of all, it says here that modular cars are planned for update 0.8. And we have this huge document here detailing some aspects of the upcoming modular cars. If we take a look on the left side, it says here what are modular cars, why we need them, how will all of this work, and then we have a couple of groups with commodities, with essentials like tires, an engine, carburetor, transmission, and a lot of other things. And on the right we have a little bit of info when it comes to the coolant, to the water, distilled water and coolant concentrate. It also says that the engine block can freeze. At extremely low temperatures, depending on the coolant mixture, the engine block and the radiator can freeze and get damaged. So if we put water as coolant and leave the car in areas with low temperatures, 0 and below 0, the engine block will freeze and become unusable. So from the looks of it, the upcoming vehicles, the upcoming modular vehicles are going to be more in depth than I first thought. It's definitely going to be interesting seeing how all of this is going to unfold. It's gonna be great to actually see all of these features in game. Speaking of in-game features, we have a bit of a look at the hatching chambers, or as I like to call it, the dungeon. And we have some info on it as well, or some lore. It says that the hatching chamber is filled out with more developed eggs ready to be hatched. They are placed in the middle of the passageway, while walls are usually filled with bits or pieces of meat hanging or being attached. Sometimes hunters attach live prisoners that are eventually eaten to death by newborn hunter babies. These passages surround the queen's chamber like spider webs. They are narrow, just a few meters wide, circular and filled with eggs. The visibility is very low there, and there are many cracks and holes in the walls where hatched babies dwell or move around like spooders. There are plenty of beams set up in the passageways to keep the ceiling from crumbling down. Usually these beams are full of hunters' insignia markings in the similar ways as totems are, and decorated with bones, skulls and branches. Straight up a creepy dungeon. And we are going to end today's news with a couple of different skins for the compound bows. They look pretty cool, I like them. I'm not the biggest bow user, but I should get into it a little bit, just kind of taking out some puppets with them. And there we have it. That is about it for the news today. Do please let me know what you think about all of this. The planes look and sound really nice, if you're asking me. And the upcoming vehicles, the modular vehicles, seem to be quite in depth. Let me know what you think about these upcoming features. Do you like them? Do you not? Let me know down below. But there you have it. That is about it for the news today. I do hope you've enjoyed. In case you did, be sure to drop some stuff and things down below. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for taking the time and hanging out with me today. And I will see you in the next one with some more video games.